Morning folks, Kevin here. Well, it's October 12th, 2025. To my daughter Sabrina, happy birthday, sweetheart. Today's her birthday. I won't mention her age. And yes, and Lori, my granddaughter, has been coming over and helping out some here bit by bit. Maybe tomorrow she will as well. So today's Sunday. Right now the sun's out. They say that there's some chance of rain today. And tomorrow they're calling for some rain as well. And when I spoke with Henry when he left on Friday, he's got another structure to put up this Wednesday. And I think it's going to take 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, but Monday it may rain. And I don't want to work on the roof if it's going to rain. That's really important. The plywood has to be, so once the plywood is on, before the ice and water shield goes on it, there's got to be it's got to be clean and dry, no dust, no sawdust, any of those things. And the other day, I'll say this, the Amish crews have been fantastic. They move very quickly, they're very efficient, they're knowledgeable. Everything about them seems to be very, very good. Good hard workers as well. And I don't believe all of the crews are Amish completely, so, but they do good work. They were rushing, and I had a splitting headache at the time when they were really hustling to get this these sheets of plywood up here and then get the ice and water on it. That wasn't done ideally. Really, you really want to inspect the plywood. There are a couple of nails that are protruding. The nail gun didn't shoot them in all the way, and they put the ice and water over it, and there's wrinkles in it as well. So I got up there yesterday on ratchet and took a look around. And I think that's because they were just racing at the end of the day to try and get that done. And that's an extremely important part of it. So this Gracie ice and water shield, it's like this rubberized membrane that when a nail goes through it, it sort of seals right around it. So when the screws go through the metal roof, they should self-seal. But you don't want any lumps or bumps, because what's going to happen is the metal is going to expand and contract and move some. So you don't want anything like a nail sticking up or anything like that, because that'll work through the membrane, and then any condensation or whatever can work through that membrane and get down to the wood. So that's just one concern. They were rushing there, and I had a splitting headache. I had to go and lay down for a little, for about 25 minutes there when they were doing this part here. I realized that they wanted to get the membrane on the plywood before it rained, which was excellent, but we just can't rush with that. So other things that I would say that could have been done a little bit differently. For the most part, they did fantastic. When they're trimming around, they're using a circular saw to trim around, and I would rather use a router to go around the doors. It gets it nice and clean and all, and my router bits got all destroyed. My case of router bits got destroyed when the building collapsed, but I ordered another set, so they'll be coming in, so I'll be able to dress these up. They did a real good job. I explained that I didn't want standard headers to go over and just go above those couple of jack studs there. I wanted to extend all the way over because I want lots of nails, about every 3 inches apart, going through the studs, through the header above. That whole section needs to be locked in tight. That really helps with racking or shearing forces going across here. And that's why, we didn't, well, I'll show you the one that they didn't do. But I wanted these to extend all the way over so I get as much penetration, about 3 inches apart, the nails, and that helps out an awful lot. They did go ahead and put the nails up through this top plate here, which is great. I'll take and put some screws and more up through the bottom, the top plates there. We just want it all locked in beautifully. So walk around over here as well. Yesterday I spent the whole day, or the night before, Thea and I both cleaned up around here. And since the ice and water shield is on this part of the roof, I put this plywood in here and the ice and water here to keep it from getting wet. And you can see right here, I'm hoping this is showing up as I'm doing this. Again, this is done correctly where the header is going way over. And I could do all the rest of that. I still have to put all of the hurricane straps in and the screws from the bottom. We'll do that. I really wish I had my other scissor lift in. Looks like that may be next month that comes in. But that would be real handy right now. And so they had one of the other guys put this one in. They put the header in standard, and you'd see it doesn't go all the way over. So I don't know if this is showing up. You really want that header to go all the way over so I can get as much nailing into that whole surface as possible. Which is okay. There's only one door, and this is up against the building. So there's much less of a chance of this racking, whereas this end of the building, there's more of a chance, more of the pressure and all. And of course, with having as many anchors as I put in all around in here, that's going to make a big difference as well, as far as, and I filled a lot of the blocks with concrete as well. So pretty, all in all, they're very, very good. I just don't want them to rush, and I hate the idea that Wednesday they need to be out, they need to be at another job site, when tomorrow, Monday, we may get rain. But everything else, very professional, very well done. And so I took the drone up, put that up a little while ago so you could see how things look from above. We'll have to get these nails and identify any other places because you don't want anything sticking up. It isn't like putting fiberglass shingles on. You're going to have that metal on top, and that metal is going to expand and contract with the temperature. So we just have to get those fixed. Other than that, we got a lot cleaned up. It's looking much better around here. I've got more organizing to do once the guys are done here. I had hoped that they would be able to put up the plywood ceilings in here. You know, a couple of guys doing it is much easier than me trying to do it by myself, especially with the 16-foot ceiling here. That could be a real pain in the butt. But we'll see how things work out. Bit by bit, we'll make some headway here. I just want to get this complete and closed in, get the overhead, get all the doors on, so that during the winter months we're going to be okay. So I'm going to do some nailing now. Get the extra nails in before the Tyvek. I'll pull back some of the Tyvek that's there on that side over there to do that. So here we go.
From the earliest that I can remember, I knew I was different inside. Even as a small child, I felt like I never fit in, no place to hide. Mama told me I wasn't good enough, tried to be something I wasn't meant to be. Socially awkward, couldn't find my way, pretending to be my big brother, not me. School was a struggle, just barely passed. I couldn't read, thought I was stupid, hiding my pain to the last. Hurting myself to avoid the test. They said I was accident prone, but I knew I was doing my best. They told me don't even try, but I knew deep inside I couldn't let my dreams die. Against all the odds, stronger every day. As a young man, found my strength in animals and working with my hands. Built our home, barn, garage, and shop, a life we both planned. Thought I was good at something, though people never saw. At 28, learned I had dyslexia, and that was my breakthrough call. Reading was a mountain I thought I'd never climb, but I found the courage to try, one step at a time. Quit my good paying job, they laughed and said don't even try, but I decided it was do or die instead. They told me don't even try, but I knew deep inside I couldn't let my dreams die against all the odds. I found my way, now I stand here today, stronger every day. Graduated summa cum laude, they were all surprised. Went to Cornell, got my doctorate, saw pride in their eyes. The Gentle Doctor Award, my proudest claim. Internship, residency, built a good name. Helping small animals through their toughest times. Retired now, feeling good, peace of mind. I realized I can do it no matter what they say. So if I can do it, you can find your way. They told me don't even try, but I knew deep inside I couldn't let my dreams die against all the odds. I found my way, now I stand here today, stronger every day. So if you're feeling lost like you don't belong, remember my story, find your strength, stay strong. They might tell you don't even try, but you can prove them wrong. Reach for the sky. The sun breaks over the ridge at dawn. A hammer strikes, the day moves on. Calloused hands, worn smooth by time, building dreams from the simple pine. Boards and beams, a sacred chore, each nail a promise, nothing more. Raising the frame, raising it high, under an open, endless sky. Sweat on their brows, hearts in their hands. Together they build what alone can't stand. The saw sings low, the wood bends true. The smell of sawdust, fresh as dew. No engines hum, just voices plain. Harmony found in work's refrain. A quiet strength, the bond unspoken. Trust as steady as the tools they've chosen. Raising the frame, raising it high, under an open, endless sky. Sweat on their brows, hearts in their hands. Together they build what alone can't stand. A child laughs, chasing shadows round, the echo of joy in this hallowed ground. No blueprint here, just wisdom's guide, passed down the line like the rising tide. day will fade, the stars will bloom, but here this workshop will find its room, built by hands that shape and mend, a testament to where roots don't end. The mirror shows a face, a little older now. Lines tell the story of where and how. I've walked the roads, I've paid my dues. Now I'm searching for the path I choose. The seasons keep on turning, time won't wait. I'm learning to embrace this twist of fate. I'm getting ready for the next phase of me, letting go of what was, setting my spirit free. Life's a journey, not a race to run. It's time to savor the rise of the sun. There's wisdom in these hands, strength in my soul. Dreams I've carried are starting to unfold. I'm building a life that fits who I've become, not afraid to rewrite where I'm from. The winds of change are blowing through my door. I'm not who I was, I'm something more. I'm getting ready for the next phase of me, letting go of what was, setting my spirit free. Life's a journey, not a race to run. It's time to savor the rise of the sun. There's a fire in my heart that still burns bright. A voice inside says it's gonna be alright. The past was the prologue, the best yet to come. I'm charting new horizons under the same old sun. I'm getting ready for the next phase of me, opening doors to possibility. Life's a canvas, I've got colors to choose. Every step forward, I got nothing to lose. So here I stand, with the future in sight, chasing the stars in the quiet of the night. I'm getting older, but I'm learning to see this is the next phase, the best of me. You don't need to say a word, I see it plain and true. The ones who care don't vanish, they always follow through. It's not in fancy talk or promises they make. It's in the way they show up, even when they break. If someone cares, they'll make the time, not just toss out reasons or well-worn lines. It's not about what they can't do, but what they choose. You know they care when they make effort, not excuse. A friend will hear your silence, not just the sound. Will lift you when you're sinking, hold firm ground. It ain't about being perfect or always having the way. It's showing up heart first every single day. If someone cares, they'll make the time, not just toss out reasons or well-worn lines. It's not about what they can't do, but what they choose. You know they care when they make effort, not excuse. Words are easy, actions wait. The real ones find a way, not walk away. They'll check in when you're low, stand by when it's rough. And that kind of love, that's more than enough. If someone cares, they'll make the time. Their effort will speak louder than any rhyme. No maybes, no somedays, just honest truth. You'll know who matters by their effort, not excuses. So hold tight to the hearts that show up rain or shine, the ones who make the climb when it ain't a straight line. That's love in motion, real and loose. You'll know who cares by their effort, not excuse.
Okay, well, things went fairly well today. I was able to get the trusses, all the mono trusses on that side of the building completely secured, and all the mono trusses on this side completely secured. So in order to make it extra strong, each one of these hurricane clips that I put on today, I also put 8-inch screws. So the process that I went through, I used my 8-inch pilot drill to drill a hole, and then I went ahead and put 8-inch screws with a large head, and they're drilled up through the double top plate up there into both parts of the truss, the upper part and the lower part. Then I use the hurricane straps here, and I use the positive placement nails. And I'll tell you, this Pazload nail gun, it's gas powered, and it is positive placement. It goes through that metal. It is powerful. It is amazing, and you get precisely where you want those nails. So they have pre-drilled holes in these, and you can go through these, but also there's the support plates on each one of the trusses, goes right through the metal with ease. So pretty happy with that. I had to go out back and bring my pallet of scaffolding in and sort through it. There's a lot of damage to those. They were damaged. They were inside in here when the building collapsed. So got to replace several parts. Some of them are bent. So the wheels they're rusty, and the wheels are broken. And the boards, since they've been outside, they're just rotting away and all. So I went out and got those. Did a lot more cleaning up in here and organizing. And but I didn't get this area here done yet. So it depends on what the guys are doing tomorrow, if they do show up. We're going to get rain tomorrow, I guess. We're going to get rain tonight and tomorrow. So last I heard on Friday, Henry said they'll come Monday and Tuesday, and then they have another job. But doing the roof in the rain, you don't want to put the plywood on and then put the ice and water shield on top of that, the gray sea stuff. So there's a lot more stuff to be done to prep before we get the, get the insulation and get the walls secured. So all of these, the double walls here, want to make sure they're exactly 16 on center. So we got to hook these back together. These are all both opposite directions and all. So there's plenty to do here to keep me busy for quite some time. Just want to keep the weather out of the building that's still standing. So pretty happy with how things have gone today. Glad I still had a couple of pieces of scaffolding that I could get together. This is what the floors look like after being out there, being exposed to the snow and rain for all this time. So what the heck. Have some work to do on our scaffolding so I can get up there safely. So I guess that's about it. I'm going to clean up and get ready to call it a day. And yeah, like I say, pretty happy with how things have worked out. It could have gone much worse. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. And your comments, really exciting, especially people are getting making comments again about the building, how quick the Amish work and all, which is really great. And so your comments are appreciated, your thumbs up and all. Thanks so much for your comments. Have a great day and stay safe. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye now.